Before we get started on getting your quotes, you will want to go up to the top of your screen and click on the worksheet link. This will open up a PDF document that you can download to your computer or print off on your printer, whichever way you prefer. It might be easier if you print it off. This is the information you'll need to have ready, and will give you a space to get the information you collect and be able to compare it in a logical format, so you don't have quotes scattered all over your desk or your kitchen countertop. Your pet's name, approximate birth date, they fully understand if you estimate the date of birth, whether your pet is a cat or a dog. Most of this you'll find in the quotes. I do want to take a minute to explain the difference between an annual deductible and a per incident deductible. An annual deductible is just like you'd have with people insurance. Once a year, usually in January, you have to meet a deductible. $200, $500, $1,000, whatever yours might be for your people insurance. Once you've met that deductible, you've paid that amount out of pocket, then your benefits kick in. That's the same with pet insurance when the company lists that it is an annual deductible. However, if you get a company that has a per incident deductible, it will be different, and you need to realize that. Per incident deductibles mean that every time your pet has an accident or an illness, you will pay this deductible. For example, if you have a dog who breaks free of his leash and runs out in front of a car and gets hit and breaks his leg, you will pay say a $100 deductible, if that's the amount you choose, when you go to the veterinarian for this broken leg. If, however, your dog comes down with a severe ear infection 3 months later and you go back for this different illness, you will pay another $100 per incident deductible, or whatever the amount of the deductible you choose is. And then 3 months after that, if your dog has an upset stomach and it goes on for days and days and you go back to the veterinarian to find out why he's so ill, you'll pay another per incident deductible because it's still a different accident or illness. So it's quite different than an annual deductible. You need to be aware of that. I have an example down here where you can see how I've filled in the information. This is all fictitious from quote-unquote ABC insurance company. And the monthly cost down here. To the right, you'll find common lifetime pet health care costs. I got these from my veterinarian. These may not be your pet health care costs. I don't know your pets or where you live or anything about you. These are just some that applied to me. These are things that would probably happen annually that could be covered by insurance depending on the policy you choose. The ones at the bottom are probably things that might happen once or twice during a lifetime. A couple of accidents, an illness, generally speaking, the older pets get, just like the older people get, more things are going to happen. Diabetes, thyroid problems, cancer, things of that nature. So these are things that you might have to deal with just one time, like spaying and neutering, or possibly twice. And I show you how I've calculated this based on a 14-year lifespan of a pet. And you can compare this common cost per month of pet care for pets to the bottom line here from all the quotes you've gotten from 5 different pet insurance companies. I recommend 5 because it gives you a good variety. Each pet insurance company is a little bit different. If you scroll to page 2, you'll see a glossary of all the terms. So once you've downloaded or printed your worksheet, we are going to go to the quotes page, which is where you're watching this video. If you scroll down just below the video, you'll see information about the different pet insurance companies. You can choose the ones you want to get quotes from. Let's scroll down here. You can just click the link down here. If you read all the information and you say, yeah, that sounds like a good company, I'll get a quote from them. It's free to get a quote. It won't cost you a cent. You can click the Get Quote Now link. It'll take you to the website. Each one is slightly different, but they all ask for pretty much the same information. They're going to want to know if it's a cat or dog. They're going to want to know your zip code, because the area of the country you live in makes a difference as far as what your pet may come down with and lifespan, etc. They want the name of your pet just so they can assign a name to the quote, cat or dog. Breed, it's perfectly acceptable to put mixed or unknown, or in a cat's case, domestic, long hair, short hair, what have you. Estimated year and month that the pet was born. Scroll down. They want your name, your email address just to send you the quote via email. I've never been bombarded with email or been added to any funky little lists from getting quotes from these insurance companies. I've never seen information online about any kind of offer code. I've looked. You can look if you want to. I've never found any, so I skipped that part. Next, see your plan options. It pulls it up. You have an opportunity to change the variables. Your coinsurance is the amount that you pay. So if you're paying 20% of the costs that are covered, your insurance company will pay 80% of the cost. You can choose a higher coinsurance. You can play around with the deductibles. I want a $100 deductible. And you notice all of these are going to change your monthly costs. You can come over here and look at different types of coverage. This one covers everything. Vaccines, annual exams, dental, spay, neuter, heartworm control, all of that stuff. You can get extremely affordable coverage for just accidents. Not illnesses, not preventative care, but just accidents. And that may be what you need if your budget is kind of tight. You can get those. Sometimes if you get it for a new puppy, it can be really cheap, like $5, $6, $7 a month, depending on the insurance company. So you play around with all of that. You decide what kind of coverage you want. If you want to get additional quotes, which I recommend, then you would come back to the PetInsuranceandMore.com website and click another link. If you're ready to get this plan, you just click this, and it will take you to a screen. It's being a little bit slow. There it is. And it gives you a summary of costs and what have you, and you can add more pets, you can apply now, or whatever you want to do. If you go back to the PetInsuranceandMore.com quotes page, you can scroll down and you get another quote. There are lots of insurance companies. All the major pet insurance companies are listed. So you look down and you go, oh, this one looks good. Okay, I'll get a quote from them. So then you click that link and you just keep going until you get 5 or more pet insurance quotes. Compare them on your worksheet and you'll be able to make a much better decision about what type of coverage is right for you.